Hello there, my name is Brianna McWilliam. I am an art therapist, author, educator, and Reiki practitioner. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Basically, I use this channel as a way to showcase some of the online course material I offer through my online school, creativeartstherapiesonline.com. If you are interested in speaking with me directly, I do offer coaching sessions for people outside of New York State, as well as consultations. And you can find out my fees and services at briannamcwilliam.com. Okay, so in a previous video, we talked about how a frequent question on my comment board is often, can it work out between an anxious and avoidant person? Now, my response to that is, that's not really the question. The question is, can I work on this relationship and still honor myself as I do so? In this video clip, I would like to address more specifically the role of fantasy and expectation as it pertains to this question. Because if you have created some idealized version or vision of what it is that you think a relationship is supposed to be, right? Or who your partner is supposed to be, or what they're supposed to do, and what they're supposed to give you, and how much, reciprocity that you're supposed to have in a relationship, then you're really acting from a place of expectation, fantasy, and deprivation, right? You're coming from a place of lack because you're looking for someone else, something outside of yourself to complete you. That fantasy is created from childhood experiences in which you didn't receive the fulfilling love experiences and bonding that you needed. Now you have to make discerning decisions about what actually resonates with your soul. But if you've been so preoccupied with filling yourself up with all of these things that are on the outside that never mirrored any inside part that you might have, you might feel pretty damn lost right now. You start clinging to these partners who perpetuate this outward striving for validation and approval. Now, you want to try to avoid chasing some end game and really try your hardest to simply be in the moment and be satisfied to be in process. I would like to clarify here that this is not the same thing as not being invested in a relationship. This is not the same thing as avoiding labeling the relationship or saying you don't really care about the outcome when you actually do, or acting like you just selflessly want to help someone. It's okay if we don't end up together. Come on. So you still need to make discerning decisions about what kind of partner you want, or if you want to have kids and get married, or if you want to live in a certain place or have a certain job, so on and so forth. And it's important to recognize these desires and express them and establish action steps to achieve and manifest those things. But you have to be open to receiving them in ways you may have not considered, in ways that perhaps you never envisioned. Okay, so for example, let's say you write a desire statement, a statement of intention. So if it is in service and in alignment of my highest purpose and the greatest good of all, I would like to manifest a shiny red car to make my commute easier and lose 10 pounds before my high school reunion in 2 months. Okay, there's our law of attraction manifesting statement of intention. Now, let's say a week later, your cousin shows up at your door. Brand new, shiny red bike. Bought it for his nephew. Too big for him, lost the receipt, can't return it to the store. Do you want it? Now, on the surface, maybe you think this has nothing to do with your manifesting intention. It's not a car, it's a bike. And it's certainly not the celebrity diet pill that you were hoping would go on sale on Amazon. But what if a new shiny red car would get you pulled over more often? Maybe then you'd be stuck in traffic every day and late to work. Maybe your insurance rates would go up and then you'd have to manifest more money to pay for that. What if driving every day actually made you gain weight because now you're not walking to the train or to the bus anymore? So in this respect, The bike is actually the best solution to your problems. You get to work faster because there's no traffic in the bike lane. And you're rapidly losing weight because you're also riding 2 miles a day, burning calories. You're also saving money on gas, reducing your carbon footprint, and which is good for all that is, right? For everyone involved. So not only is that the best solution for you, but it is in service of all and your highest purpose. And that is an abundance that you manifested, so long as you are able to perceive it, right? Now, if you're coming from a place of, I'm trying to make everything as close as possible to this fantasy because I can only have it this way in that fashion, you have a form of tunnel vision. You can only see in one direction, and you miss out on the multiplicity of opportunity of beauty that exists all around you. The universe has what I like to call a moon's eye view of your life in its entirety. You, your thinking mind, and your ego can only perceive your life from moment to moment in a series of nows. So now let's say one of these misperceived opportunities includes a potential partner who might be interested in you because perhaps this person doesn't perfectly match your fantasy. And so you refer to them as boring or too nice or, oh, well, that doesn't count, right? Nobody loves me. I can't find a partner. So-and-so likes you. Oh, but they don't count, right? And that's really just your ego defense mechanisms, which I am going to define as your escape into fantasy, right? This escape into this ideal, omnipotent partner who's going to know everything that you think and feel and meet your every need, right? Without you having to ask or express a need or identify your feelings, right? That is your fantasy saying, no, 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 pay attention to me. You couldn't possibly last in that situation. Or with that partner, you'd destroy it. You'd hurt that person, you'd make a mess of that relationship. Keep following me in this direction. Only ever chase people that you could never really get, because then you could never really make a mess. You'll never really ruin anything, because then you can let all your anger and aggression loose. Be with someone who deserves it. Be with someone who deserves that punishment, that anger, that rage you have inside of you. Because then you won't have to be careful. You won't have to take responsibility for it. You can just give it all to them and then hate them instead of yourself. Okay? But you also kind of love this undeserving person as well, don't you? Because you love that they let you be furious. You love that they inspire this drama because you get to let it out that way. You get to battle in real life the villain that stole away the love that you were supposed to have but never received, right? Especially when you needed it most. But then when the anti-hero softens just a little bit, and most likely on an unpredictable and intermittent schedule, then you can feel a little bit of relief and just pour all of the love that you were never felt safe to give into that person, and it starts all over again, right? And that makes this kind of relationship very fiery, very addictive, very passionate. But it's also what basically makes it little more than a heated conversation with yourself. And I'm going to explain more of what I mean by that in the next video.